for the sweep over the Guardians on a hot afternoon in Cleveland. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Paul Goldschmidt has annihilated left-handers. He'll lead off. Then it's Ben Rice, Cody Bellinger, Ahmed Rosario will hit fourth in the lineup today. Trent Grisham fifth. Caballero gets to start in right field. Chisholm, Volpe, and Ali Sanchez round out the Yankees starting lineup.
And that lineup will face this young lefty, Parker Messick. Be his 14th start on the season, and the numbers are excellent across the board. The kid can pitch. Let's tell you a little bit more about Parker Messick with our Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report. And Youngblood, his 5 seconds of summer right now, Ryan, are really going well. He's at or near the top of several rookie pitching categories. He's a candidate for Rookie of the Year, certainly Rookie Pitcher of the Year, and the best of you. Foo Fighters taught us that one. And the thing about his best is his four-seam fastball, a 163 batting average against. That's second in Major League Baseball, tied with Paul Skeens. And then born this way, well, this kid's been in a pitching lab since he's 7 years old. He grew up in Tampa, grew up in Plant City. And, you know, he's just a born pitcher. Some guys are made, they want it, they want to be there. This kid's born that way.
Terrific stuff again, David, with the songs as the first pitch to Goldschmidt is ball one. Goldschmidt's numbers against left-handers so strong. 500 on base percentage this season, which is first in baseball. He's also first in slugging and OPS, a 1,300 OPS against left-handers this year. Those are those numbers, all leading the majors for Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt, it's at hard but right to short. Rocchio hangs with a tough hop and throws out Goldschmidt for out number one. Let's take a look at the defense brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. David Fry in left, Fairchild in center, Angel Martinez in right, Schneemann and Rocchio on the left side, Bazana and Hoskins on the right, and Hedges behind the plate. And here is Ben Rice, who also has had success against left-handed pitching this season. Has the 5th highest slugging percentage of any left-handed batter against lefties this year at .567. Yankees have won 13 of their last 15 against lefty starters. This is a good one they're facing today, though. As David told you, born this way. I mean, to be in the lab at 7 years old, cultivating your craft, preparing for this is incredible.
Yeah, he's grown up with all the new technology, really. So what you're getting is you're getting a polished pitcher. He's not a young pitcher that needs to come up and learn how to throw a new pitch. This guy's already has really good pitchability. Not really a power guy. Sinker, cutter, four-seamer's really good. Slider, he really has the whole kitchen sink.
The 2-2. Rice pops it up. Off third. Schneemann makes the catch for the second out. Let's do our umpire scouting report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Mark Wegner, hitter friendly. About half of his calls overturned in his 29th season. Saw the scouting report really play out last night as Bellinger takes a ball with Jacob Metz. Who had several calls overturned.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
it really is. It's who's good at challenging. Which umpires are susceptible to be challenged? Are they hitters or pitchers umpires? That's why our scouting report on the umpires is even more important than ever. And believe me, both sides have that information before the game. They're going into this game knowing what the tendencies are and the probabilities of challenge.
Well, Bellinger works a 4-pitch walk.
Batting fourth for New York, third baseman number 14, Ahmed Rosario.
There's Ahmed Rosario, former Guardian. Again, the start against the lefty and batting cleanup today.
He has become a firewall for the Yankees against left-handed pitching.
A .295 career batting average against lefties with an OPS of .798.
He's just a perfect fit on the Yankees. Just his personality, the way he fits in.
Oh yeah, nice dance moves too.
Energy, the life.
Love it. Grounded up the middle. Right there though is Bazana to throw out. Rosario and end the innings. The Yankees held off the board. It's Carlos Rodon's turn in the bottom. First, let's take a look at the Guardians starting lineup. Very right-handed heavy today. Martinez leads off. Jose Ramirez the DH. Then it's Hoskins, Fry, Bazana, Fairchild, Schneemann, Hedges, and Rocchio to round out Cleveland's starting lineup.
And toeing the slab here at Progressive Field will be Carlos Rodon. You see on the season, good numbers, only 1 homer given up. Let's tell you a little bit more in our Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report. And the policy of truth. Well, the policy of truth for Carlos Rodon is a more complete repertoire, mixing in 2-seamers and changeups, and he really has a feel for it now, and that's a game changer in my mind. And don't you forget about me, a little breakfast club, this afternoon here. And
yeah.
He's flying under the radar. We mentioned it in the open. Everybody's talking about the new young pitchers, Cam Schlittler, Garrett Cole's comeback. Don't forget about Carlos Rodon. And Rebel, he's always had that kind of emotional rebel nature about him. That's his fire. I love that.
They'll face on El Martinez to lead off and deals a strike. Have you ever heard the Bart and Bella's mashup of Don't You Forget About Me from Pitch Perfect?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
it's great.
Terrific.
Love that movie.
Incredible movie. And that ball's driven to left field and deep, and that is gone. Absolutely smoked out to left by Onel Martinez. And the Guardians on the board right away. A leadoff home run. It's 1-0 Cleveland.
All the talk around Cleveland this year and their lineup is they need another bopper. They need some thump. Well, maybe this is the guy. As he's coming into his own, we've seen him drive one out again here in this series, and that's a long way.
Just matched his home run total from all of last season with that swing. Now Ramirez gives it a ride into left. That one is in the yard. And Bellinger there to make the catch. One down.
Well, I know this feeling so well. You're just getting into it. First batter. Oh, no. That's not what I had planned. That's not the vision I had when I put my head on my pillow last night. How I'm going to pitch today, but it's one. It's a solo shot. Get rid of it. Back to work.
Hoskins waves and misses at a slider. 0-1. Oh, 2. Hoskins 3 for 12 in his career against Rodon with 1 homer. Yankees this year 5-3 when going for the sweep. The 2-2. In the dirt, it's 3-2. Hit hard right to short, and Volpe gloves it. 2 down. Hey, let's take a look at the Yankee defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. And we're going to highlight Jose Caballero as our Car Shield defensive player profile. And since returning from the IL, he started 12 of 16 games, 5 at short, 1 at left, 2 at third, and now 4 in right. Had there been a righty on the mound for Cleveland today, feel like there might have been a good chance for him to be back at short with the lefty, both he and Volpe in there today.
I mean, they're linked. There's no two ways about it. They're going to be linked. These two guys are going to be talked about. They're going to be watched.
And against the lefty, we were able to get them both in there. At least for the time being, as the roster is currently constructed, with Volpe at short and then Caballero's versatility to move to the outfield.
Kind of makes Aaron Boone's pregame press conferences all the more interesting, right?
Yeah.
Some of the questions coming his way now. What about this? What about what you're thinking? What's your reasoning? Why this? Why that? Why not him? Every day. And it's not going to end.
3-2. Here's the payoff from Rodon to Fry. Foul back, and still 3-2. Fry, a .781 career OPS against lefties, and he works the walk with 2 outs here in the first. Aaron Boone was asked before the game about the importance of length from Carlos Rodon today after the way the bullpen has been taxed the last 2. He said, we want that, but actually he feels like they have what they need to be able to piece it together. Off day tomorrow as well. Bazana is going to be a tough play. Rodon yields to Rice, and no one's at first. Not sure it would have mattered if someone was, but it's an infield single on a big-time chopper from Bazana.
I agree with you. There's probably not a play, but Ben Rice has got to stay at first base. You got to let the pitcher do this one because there's nobody home.
Yeah.
But it's instinct, so you got to break right away. But, you know, that just comes with reps and understanding the situation.
And you know what? Maybe there might have been a little more of a play than I first thought.
I mean, the only play they had is if he stays home.
Right. And Rodon would have had to get it and fire right away. Still extremely tough, but no chance with no one covering the bag. And here's Fairchild. We have seen over the first 2 games of this series the Guardians grinding at bats in that first inning, even when the Yankees have had success on the mound in the first inning. And this is going to be the 19th pitch already for Rodon. Driven in the air, right center and deep. Grisham and Caballero back converging, and the catch is made by Grisham with Caballero running into him. And Grisham jogging right in. We'll see if he's okay. I got it, whack. Inning over. Hey, play FanDuel's Daily Dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits a home run. And here are the featured home run odds for today's players. By the way, Messick, he works very quickly. Tom Hamilton, the legendary Hall of Fame broadcaster for the Cleveland Guardians, is just, I mean, first of all, you can listen to him all day because he's got the pipes of God. But he was telling us it's not quite Mark Burley fast, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, he's well schooled, and there's the Hall of Famer. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
One of the joys of getting to come to Cleveland, spend time with Tom, as Grisham pokes that into right off the end of the bat, falling fast and in front of Martinez for a base hit to lead off the second. As Grisham, he didn't look too thrilled with Caballero after that catch in right center and the collision at the end of the first.
Yeah, we'll see this right there. It kind of took a blow to the head a little bit there. Yeah, I mean, the glove. Caballero's apologetic. Grisham's like, shake it off. Caballero didn't really see him or hear him. You know, there's always that recounting after the fact. But Grisham had to lead off the inning, too, so maybe that's why he was getting in.
Right, maybe that's why he was just, but he left the ball and just took off without seemingly anything exchanged between them. And yeah, maybe he was just like, all right, I better get in and get ready to hit, which he just did.
Hitters are more aware of that than ever before because of the pitch clock and the time in between innings.
Yeah.
That's limited, so they want to get their stuff and get ready.
And Caballero hit second this inning.
But I'm sure Grisham wasn't pleased.
Yeah. And some of that comes, right, with having different guys out there next to you.
They both had to go a long way. It's deep into the gap, up against the wall.
Let's check in with Meredith Marakovitz for a little more.
Hey guys, every ballpark is different, every scenario is different, and while Jose Caballero is more than capable of playing right field, you do get used to the guy that's next to you every day. It was a couple of games ago, he was out in right, and he and Grisham almost collided in that one as well.
Oh, good bunt there from Caballero. Then the throwaway, and the Yankees are going to have second and third, nobody out, and that's what Caballero can do, making things happen.
Just well designed, so smart. With a left-handed pitcher falling off to the third base side, you push bunt. Not drag it, push it. And Messick goes down. Caballero on to second.
That's a single and then an E1. And the Yankees set up with Jazz coming to the plate. But Meredith, yeah, so this wasn't the first time that we saw this kind of thing happen.
Just to put a bow on it, Ryan, they almost collided that one. They had a conversation afterwards. Grisham was saying he was calling it. Caballero didn't necessarily hear him, and he backed off at the last minute when he saw him.
As Chisholm rocks that to right and off the wall. Outfielder falls down. That's going to allow Caballero to score easily, and Chisholm to end up at third with a two-run triple. It's 2-1 Yankees. Martinez slipped, and that allowed Jazz to keep going and Caballero to score easily.
If you hear any noise, it's just Jazz and the boys doing some bopping. And interrupting very rudely Meredith.
How dare he?
Multiple times now.
Jazz heard some noise from this crowd the other day, too, in the fifth inning. It was overrated. It caused him to overswing on a high fastball. Next time he picks up Aaron Judge's bat and hits the home run, he used that bat again today and finds himself at third base. Jazz has been swinging it well lately.
You see what a pro Meredith is, tying it all together there? Oh, my goodness. The stuff producers dream of.
Adjusting on the fly.
That's right. Infield in here for Volpe. With Jazz at third, nobody out. Volpe grounds it to second, and it goes off the glove of Bazzana, and everybody's safe as Jazz scores. It's a 3-1 Yankee lead.
Batting ninth for the Yankees, the catcher, number 39.
What is going on? Everybody's falling down. Jazz is not going.
Nope, he was anchored.
He is now.
I mean, and everybody's swinging early in the count right now, too.
Getaway day.
Yeah.
Legendary for it. Umpires call strikes, usually back in the day. Hitters swing the bat, pitchers throw strikes.
Now, they announced an RBI for Volpe there, but did not look like Jazz was going, if not for the E4. As Sanchez swings through that, 1-2. And this inning really feels like it was set up by the Caballero bunt.
Absolutely.
Placed it perfectly, made it an incredibly difficult play for Messick, ends up throwing it away, and then he has second and third, nobody out, and Yankees still after it now.
That's the thing about watching Jose Caballero play, especially offensively. There's a court awareness to him that he reads the situation there. That was a perfect time to push a bunch to the right side with a lefty on the mound. Put some pressure on him, good things happen.
Sanchez cuts and misses. One down.
And for New York, designated hitter, Paul Goldschmidt.
A little cut there, four-seamer maybe with a little boring action.
And Caballero and Grisham were talking a little bit in the dugout after they both scored. So they didn't have time for that conversation following their collision at the end of the bottom of the first, but they were able to have a little discussion after they both scored at the top of the second.
That takes a little sting out of it.
Yeah.
You mad, bro? We're good.
Volpe leads off first with Goldschmidt up. And here's the strike. Yeah, it has been a sloppy inning for the Guardians. Really, you could have 3 errors. They've only been given 2, but the slip from Martinez in right field allowed Jazz to get to third. It may have also allowed Caballero to score, because even though he has incredible speed, because he had to hold up and how hard the ball was hit by Jazz, he was only midway between second and third before the slip. The 1-2, and Goldschmidt holds up. Now they take the RBI away from Volpe, which I'd love that for Anthony, but I think that's the right call because Jazz wasn't running.
No, he was not. Official scorers get a do-over. Nobody else does, but they do.
And Goldschmidt works a walk. Good eye there from the vet. And the Yankees with first and second, 1 out. David, this inning, such a great example of the value of contact, right? You put the ball in play, things can happen, and they have for the Yankees.
Action. Base running, speed. I mean, it's a welcome sight to the Yankees offense, who have been, you know, the narrative is around the Yankees, it's all or nothing. Either they homer or they lose. They don't have diversity in their offense. Well, they do now. They have speed. They can force it a little bit here.
Now set up with Ben Rice up. Rice tops that to second. Every play's been an adventure. That one made cleanly as the runners advance, 2 down.
That's played for the Yankees, left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Here's Bellinger, second and third, 2 out. 3 runs already in for the Yankees here in the second, trying to complete the sweep of Cleveland. And ball 1 to Belly. .316 average this season with runners in scoring position. Always seems to have just such a shrewd approach in these spots.
This could be a real backbreaker for Parker Messick too if Bellinger comes through right here with 2 RBIs.
One and 2. And the pitch popped up left field. Fry back, drifting now, and is there to make the catch for the final out. But the Yankees put 3 on the board. Chisholm with a triple. The Guardians with a slip. Volpe puts it in play. The Guardians boot it. It's 3-1 Yanks. Today's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. See Jason Dominguez, 3 for 10 and 3 rehab games started in right field last night. As we check in with Meredith.
Ryan, I think it's worth noting that that is just the second time in his professional career that he played right field. Aaron Boone saying earlier today, all reports are that he felt comfortable out there, looked pretty good. Also noteworthy, 3 for 3, hit a home run from the right side, so a little production offensively. Now, I asked Aaron Boone once he is ready to come off the IL if he'll automatically be added to this roster, and he said, we're just going to have to wait and see, but it doesn't seem like it'll be too long until he is actually an option. Also noteworthy when it comes to injuries, Austin Wells resumed baseball activity today. Aaron Boone saying that those tests that he had earlier in the week all came back pretty favorably. No real plan when it comes to a return for Wells, but the fact that he's starting something, Ryan, certainly a good sign for Wells.
Yes, that is a good sign. I'm sure Garrett Cole looking forward to getting his catcher back there as well. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
It's hard to describe a comfortable feeling you have with a catcher.
Yeah.
I had that with Joe Girardi, where there's just a trust factor there. It takes a level of worry off of your mind. You know, Garrett's not the easiest guy to catch. Thinking man's pitcher. He's changed his repertoire a little bit. His usage is changing, evolving.
The 3-2 in there for a strike. 4-seamer painted it perfectly. First strikeout of the day for Rodon.
At the knees on the black, has worked for over 100 years.
Meredith has a little bit more on Carlos Rodon throwing Ali Sanchez today.
Well, David was just talking about the relationship between pitcher and catcher. Well, this is the first time that Carlos Rodon is throwing to Ali Sanchez. When I spoke to Sanchez in the dugout earlier today, he said he did catch a bullpen during spring training. When Rodon was rehabbing at AAA, he was not behind the plate, but he was dialed in. He said that in combination with a little touch and feel session yesterday, which is essentially a low-intensity bullpen session here in Cleveland, he felt like he has a good idea of not only his stuff, but what he likes to do when he is on the mound. In addition to that, guys, he said he watched a tremendous amount of video just trying to prepare himself for this opportunity this afternoon.
Really good stuff, Meredith. As that's fouled back here.
Sanchez can catch. He's got some big league experience, obviously. He's been around the block a little bit, so he's a nice option to come up and fill in. You're not worried about him defensively.
2-1 on Hedges. Did he go? Yes, he did. 2-2. Mark Wagner's a little tardy with his deliveries, you know? Like, yeah, you did. All right.
Thinking about it, right?
Yeah. Carlos Rodon saying, what's going on, man? I feel you, Carlos. Been a few of those today. We're waiting for Mark. That's hammered to left field, but right at Bellinger. 2 down.
Shortstop number 4, Ryan Rubio.
Rocchio takes down.
We tend to overlook little things, you know. The Yankees take the lead, a 1-2-3 inning, get your team back in the dugout, hot day. 1-2-3 innings are kind of a commodity in this series.
Oh,
right?
my goodness, you ain't kidding. I mean, last night, we went from the bottom of the first until the top of the 9th without a 1-2-3 inning. And those were the only 2 1-2-3 innings.
Well, this would be a good one here if Rodon can close it off.
2-2. Fly ball, shallow right, drifting into foul territory. Caballero makes the basket catch to end the inning. So there it is, the rare 1-2-3 inning in this series. Rodon delivers it after the Yankees deliver him 3 runs. Time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's pictures of Samaya, Logan, and Nina, who were showing off in the Bronx earlier this season. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game as Rosario whistles one to center field to lead off the 3rd.
Batting for the Yankees, center fielder Trent Grisham.
Return to sender. Rosario, another linea.
Here's Trent Grisham. His single in the 2nd started the Yankee rally. Jazz's 2-run triple, the big swing in the 2nd. Grisham has been really hitting well for a while now. Getting the results he wasn't getting early in the year. And I know sometimes for fans it can be exhausting when someone's struggling and not getting results to hear about the under the hood numbers over and over again. But when you see then the results come for a guy like Grisham, you understand the validity of them.
The thing I like about it is that there's always been a luck factor in baseball. You know, now it's more of a random variance that happens, that things happen that are out of your control. And the attempt to quantify that is a good thing. Might have saved a few water coolers for Paul O'Neill over the years, you know, if he understood random variance theory, although I doubt if he would have bought into it.
Maybe not in the split second after he lined out at somebody. Grisham again, a good swing, fouls it straight back.
But you bring up an excellent point, Ryan, because players need results. You need something tangible, and you can only be told so many times, hey, no, you're okay, you know, you had a good at-bat. Your exit velocity is good. Swing decisions are good. Yeah, I get it, trust the process, but that only gets you so far. You need results. You play to win the game. Somebody really famous said that once. They said it better than I just did. But yes, I agree.
Grounded weakly to third. Fry bobbled it for a moment and was only going to have Rosario anyway. Fielder's choice. Make it Schneemann who bobbled it over there at third.
Well, this is part of the success for Trent Grisham, even though that ball's a little too far out, but he's able to use the whole field when he hits. And then you right there, hot potato.
It was Herm Edwards who said,
yes, Herm.
You play to win the game.
Great.
Caballero on one off to short. Should be a deep A and is to end the inning. Rocchio off to first, and the Yankees are retired. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-1 Yanks. Velocity presented by Spectrum. Angel Martinez, 106 miles per hour off the bat to lead off the game. 11 home runs in 64 games this year. He had 11 in 139 last year. They are moving Jose Ramirez back towards the on-deck circle. He was so far behind the plate that Mark Wegner said, no, you can't be right behind the plate like that. You gotta get closer to the Smucker's Uncrustable on deck circle over there.
I can eat about a half a dozen of those right now.
Oh, this is a beautiful combination of peanut butter and grape jelly. The 0-2. Strike three. A heater looking, and Martinez retired to lead off the third.
Well, the guy who hit the home run off of you on an 0-2 pitch crossed him up, right? You think, oh, he's going to trick me, he's going to throw the slider. Nope. Express right down the pipe. Last thing he was looking for.
Here's Ramirez, who Rodon starts off with a changeup, 0-1. Saw the numbers for Ramirez against Rodon in his career. A lot of at-bats. Those two used to be the AL Central together. The 1-1. Tapped weakly to short. Volpe picks the hop, fires, not in time or accurate. Throw gets away, and Ramirez is going to be awarded second base with what will likely be an infield single and then an E6.
Well, Ramirez puts that kind of pressure on you. The minute the high hop comes, he's busting it, and he can get it. Volpe knows that and kind of gator arms it over there and yanks it. Got to do it now. You can kind of see a palm ball. He didn't get a good grip on that. I'm not sure. Might have had a shot at him. Sometimes you go to grip it out of your glove and you can't get your hand on the ball properly when you're rushed.
Here is Hoskins. After the E6, Ramirez at second, and a strike from Rodon with a curve.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter's challenging.
All right, let's see. That's a lost
Call
challenge.
confirmed. Cleveland has one challenge remaining.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Sometimes you think you know, but you don't know. And that's what we found out the first 2 or 3 months, all right? 2.5 months of the season.
Yeah.
Words out. Yankees throw behind the runners. They do a lot of pickoffs. They regularly put them on. I love that. It'll keep Jose Ramirez a little closer from jumping off a second.
Oof. That one smacked down in the camera well.
Cow, that
Yeah.
was dangerous.
You have almost no time to react down there. Strike three. Again, a delayed call there from Wegner. The backdoor changeup gets Hoskins looking.
You get the feeling Hoskins didn't like that call, but he's not going to go 0 for 2 on calls. He's just going to have to wear it, and we'll get a look. Nope, he would have been wrong again.
Wow, did catch it, yeah. Here is Fry. 1-0. Fry always a threat against left-handed pitching. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Yankees a 3-1 lead. Now count 1-1 as Sanchez took a painful tip.
Boone doesn't even want to look. Can he get another catcher hurt here? He's okay.
Rodon a check at second. And it's 2-2.
This sort of sequence is showing the evolution of Carlos out there. Back-to-back changeups. His years with the White Sox and then subsequently with the Giants were just dominant with four-seam fastballs up and sliders down, and now he has turned the corner. He can throw any pitch at any time.
What does he go to here on a 2-2? Went upstairs with a heater and got him. Third strikeout of the inning for Rodon, and he strands Ramirez at second. We go to the fourth, 3-1 Yankees. The Optimum Fiber famously fast replay.
Well, that blast would have been a home run in 1 out of 30 parks. I thought for a minute here we went to a baseball game and a roller derby match broke out there. We got collisions, we got guys falling, trying to play baseball and roller skates out here.
Jazz batting .300 since going to Giancarlo's pants. 22 games with them. Been a lot happening in this series, David.
Yeah, these teams have a history. I mean, obviously Cleveland, the Guardians have a long history here in Cleveland, and the Yankees do as well, including postseason history and recent postseason history. And there may be more this year. Pretty good names in this franchise. When you look up on the walls.
We've seen a lot of those walls walking around the last couple days, missing our exit to leave the stadium. We were trying to hide Jim Tomei pictures from you, though.
I met Bob Feller one day back after his career. He was doing a circuit where he'd go pitch to fans at minor league parks. And he still was as competitive as ever. He's probably 50, 60 years old or whatever he was. And I was playing with a guy, John Morris, who was in AAA with Omaha, and he went and dressed up like a fan and went out to try to hit some bullets off of Bob Feller.
Tapped up the middle. Rocchio makes the play. Nicely done to retire Jazz. One away. Hey fans, when you get Gotham, you get live games and exclusive Yankees content. Download the Gotham Sports app to stream highlights, features, podcasts, original series, and so much more. If you get Yes on TV, then you get the Gotham Sports app for free, so download and sign in today. Here's Volpe, who hit a ground ball to second that was booted by Bazana in the second inning. It allowed Jazz to score. 1-2.
I really love Messing's style, though. You're right, working for. Look at him. He's ready to throw the ball. Let's go. That's how you teach. That's how you should teach kids. Get the ball back from the catcher. Let's go. I'm right back on the rubber.
Yeah.
Love that.
Volpe rolls it slowly to short. Rocchio. 2 gone. Here's some Bob Feller footage for you, David.
He's just, it was just an utter legend. Loved the game. Pitched way beyond his career. Was legendary for the hard thrower. Fastball. If you don't know a lot about Bob Feller, go down a rabbit hole and go to Google and show the time when he was in a suit, throwing the ball 90 miles an hour with a racing motorcycle by before the radar guns. He still had his tie on. He took his sport coat off. The motorcycle goes racing by, and he tries to time it to release the ball to measure the speed of the pitch. Motorcycle was going over 90. He was a legend.
Number 19 hangs proudly here. Actually met him the first Yankee spring training where I ever covered them. I was a sophomore at WFUV, our radio station at Fordham, and went on a road trip to Cleveland to Cleveland's spring training facility, which Sweeney Murdy drove me and my roommate Bobby Coyle. Sweeney was the best. Feller was there, and I'll never forget when we pulled up. Joe Torre was walking in and he said, "Mr. Torrey, welcome to the wigwam."
Nice.
And he held court with Joe and others for a while. Sanchez did not go around, stays right here.
I don't even know anymore. I give up.
Been a little bit of everything this series, as Sanchez leaves no doubt on that swing and miss. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Yankees with a 3-1 lead. Yankees with a 3-1 lead on the Guardians, bottom of the fourth inning. Take a look at the ERA leaders against the Guardians. Leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers since 1995. How about Carlos Rodon? Third on that list. Only Pedro Martinez, David Price ahead of him. Garrett Cole is sixth on that list. Some big time names on that list.
Pedro's pretty good.
Yeah. Those games against Pedro, every one of them felt like an event.
It's a nasty little guy out there.
Yeah. Talk about personalities being good for the game.
He's one of a kind, one of one, Pedro Martinez. Just chilling, waiting for the next time. Would you be in favor of a rule change?
Okay.
To where late in the game you could adjust the batting order and get somebody like a Jose Ramirez up in the ninth inning? You'd have one sort of designated hitter rule or whatever you want to call it. Game on the line. Okay, I want him to hit right now.
I no. And I understand why it would create incredible intrigue and there'd be drama and it'd be awesome for television, but I don't think close, tight, late games need that. I think they're already so compelling when it comes to baseball. The magic at bat or whatever their terminology they use. That's outside for a ball. Let's take a look at the pitch arsenal for Carlos Rodon, powered by Google Cloud. StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. And here's the arsenal.
None of those pitches are for show. He uses them all.
Oh, no chance there. Huge jump from Bazana. And he steals second easily.
He just goes. I mean, you can't really blame Sanchez for any part of this. He had no shot. He went on first move and read it properly, and that's part of his game.
Here's Fairchild. 1-0 count. Rodon taking a moment. And it's 3-0 on Fairchild. Schneemann is on deck. And 4 straight balls to Fairchild. Guardians set up here in the 4th, 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Back-to-back walks to begin the inning from Rodon.
Well, we've seen a lot of improvement from Rodon start to start, but the last piece of the puzzle is just his normal command. A few too many of this, too many walks so far, and that's to be understood after the surgery he had, but nonetheless, unforced error.
Cut on and tipped into the glove. 0-1.
It's a good one there. He had some movement in on lefties.
Schneemann struck out looking his first time up. Fly ball, center field. Grisham camps under it. Tagging and bluffing is Bazana, and one away, big out there from Carlos Rodon.
Good read by Grisham there, kind of under the radar. A lot of times you see outfielders just throw the ball to second base there. He almost got it quickly, threw it well, and disallowed Bazana from even thinking about going to third.
Here's Hedges lined out to left, his first time up. Can't hear the pitch com. Carlos Rodon may need another one. All right, now he gets it.
I have that same problem up in the booth. I don't get my mic close enough to my mouth or something. I think I need a new battery. I gotta speak louder. What do I gotta do, Ryan?
No, I've heard you beautifully all series long, all season long.
I'm choking on the microphone right now.
Your projection is just fine. Little flinch from Mark Wegner, but a ball. Yankees with a 3-1 lead. 1-1 on Hedges. That ball's hammered foul. 1-2.
He's working hard. The 68th pitch about to be delivered here in the 4th.
That's just been, I mean, every single guy against the Guardians has had to really labor. You know, for as meek as the offensive production is on the whole for Cleveland, their bats are tough.
Agreed. That's part of their DNA.
Saw that with Garrett Cole last night. The 1-2. Poked fair into right field, a base hit. Bazana will score. Caballero digs it up. It'll be second and third. One out, and it's now a 3-2 game. An RBI double from Austin Hedges.
Well, really a short, compact swing, just serves it the other way. Give Hedges credit there. He's thinking one thing, just shoot the ball the other way, and he does.
So a little meeting at the mound now with Rodon. And again, it's just such a labor
was kind of interesting meeting, though. Jazz Chisholm kind of taking charge of that, almost trying to encourage Carlos Rodon. All the infielders converged. I kind of like that. Tino Martinez was that guy for me. He get in my face a little bit. Hey, shake it off. Let's go.
Volpe back at short. Right side of the infield is in. Left side is back. 1-1. And now Volpe started to walk in, but just to kick a little dirt, we'll go back. Swing and a miss, 1-2. It's interesting kind of seeing half of the infield in, half not.
Yeah. To the pull side, you play back. And that's late, right on by. To the opposite field side, you play in. And that's really smart. That's well thought out.
The 1-2. Fouled straight back. Good swing there from Rocchio. It's already almost certainly going to be a day where the Yankees have to dig deep in that pen again. 74th pitch coming from Rodon is hit in the air to right field and deep. Caballero racing back, makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is Fairchild. It's a sacrifice fly from Rocchio, and this game is tied at 3. Hedges advances to third.
It seems like the ball's carrying today. We're seeing outfielders drifting, getting back. This ball smoked a little bit. Caballero's like, well, you got to get back. But well done. He got it.
Yeah, when he didn't turn to run and just decided to go with the back pedal, there was some curiosity, but he was able to make the play. So now Rodon trying to hold things right here with Martinez up, who has already gone deep in this game, led off the first with a homer, his 11th. Fly ball, right center. Grisham and Caballero over again, and this time it's Caballero to make the catch for the final out of the 4th. We go to the 5th inning. It's now tied at 3. Play FanDuel's Daily Dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits a home run. Here are the featured home run odds for today's players. And first pitch a strike to Paul Goldschmidt. Three game now. Top of the 5th.
New life for Parker Messick on the mound, now tied up.
Yankees scored 3 in the 2nd. And you talked about it, David. Felt like they had a chance for almost a knockout blow against him with Bellinger up in 2nd and 3rd. Did not get in those final 2 runs, but nursed a 3-1 lead for a little while. And then last inning, the Guardians able to put up 2 after the back-to-back walks to lead off the inning from Rodon. Goldschmidt, little looper to first, and a catch is made by Hoskins. Hey, make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote. I think we should see Ben Rice there.
Agreed.
Weak wave there, 1-1.
You know, I mentioned Parker Messick from Plant City, Florida. Learned how to pitch down there, and that's a dandy little slider right up the plate. Plant City High School, his junior year, he won the Wade Boggs Athletic Achievement Award. A Wade Boggs connection. Did not have that on my bingo
about
card
that?
today. Yes.
Yeah.
Parker Messick, Wade Boggs. Went to Florida State. Was great freshman year, rookie pitcher of the year, and player of the year. Pretty good freshman bang in Florida State.
Swing and a miss. Rice down on strikes. 96 upstairs for Messick, his third strikeout.
He knows how to pitch. I mean, there's a method to the madness, the slider off, the heater up. Sequencing of pitches is very advanced for his age.
You talk about the polish with him. We see it in the running game as well. I mean, no one has attempted a stolen base against him.
He came 3 outs from a no-hitter on April 16th against Baltimore this year. Would have been the first one for Cleveland in their franchise since Lynn Barker threw a perfect game in 1981.
Sky to left. Fry over, and Messick is settling in. Down go the Yankees in the 5th. 3-3 game. Well, the Yankees have seen some adventure in right center field already today. First inning, Grisham and Caballero collide. And Caballero saying I couldn't hear him. Then the 4th inning, a ball to right center field. And you can see Grisham pull back. Caballero at it. And then those two talking about it on the way into the dugout.
I think Grisham pulled the ripcord right there, right?
Yeah. He said, Cappy's got this one.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of the way.
Ramirez, 1 for 2 with an infield single. DHing today. And Rodon behind 2-0. Rodon already at 77 pitches. And starting to be a little stirring in the Yankee pen. Swing and a miss from Ramirez. 2-1. That's in there for a strike. 2-2.
Kind of a moment of truth for Carlos Rodon facing Ramirez leading off this inning after throwing 23 pitches the last inning. A tie ball game now.
Ramirez will call time.
This at bat may go a long way towards who gets momentum in this game.
Three game, bottom 5, pitch. Swing and a miss. Back goes flying. And Ramirez is down on strikes.
But Rodon has pitched Ramirez so well. You can see he's fooled by it and loses the bat.
Rosario says, oh, look out. Now, Rosario's been in a dancing move today. Saw it at the plate. See it at third.
Yes.
It's got some moves.
Has a lot of fun playing the game.
Love that. Hoskins rolls it to Rosario. Across in time. 2 down. Now you start thinking, all right, if Rodon can get a quick out here, could he end up getting through the 6th?
Absolutely. Restoring order on his side of the ledger.
Two out, nobody on. Fry up, and that's inside. 1-0. Yankees have both of their ABS challenges still available. Cleveland has one of theirs. Right to Rosario, and that is exactly the kind of inning that Rodon needed. An efficient 1-2-3. We go to the 6th, tied at 3.
Well, we're all tied up here. 3-3. Rosario leading off. And Parker Messick, the Cleveland starter, has got new life. He had a good inning last inning. He's back in it.
The 0-1, high and in. And at 80 pitches, his pitch count at a decent place as well.
But his defense didn't really help him out in that 3-run second inning for the Yankees. So he's pitched better than his line score would show.
Yeah. Two errors that inning, one of them from him on a throw on a Caballero bunt. It could have been a third error with the slip from Martinez in right. Rosario battling here. Yankees trying to take a sweep into Toronto with an off day tomorrow. Strike 3, got Rosario looking one away. Let's go around the majors. Freddie Freeman, his 2,500th career hit last night, leads active players. Braden Montgomery, a walk-off home run in his major league debut, just the 5th player all time, and it has been a struggle over the last 27 games for Vladito.
I think the odds are pretty strong that Freddie Freeman will reach 3,000 hits. 2,500 now. Still looks great.
Yep.
I'm betting the over on 3,000 for Freddie.
Oh, what we got going on here? The 1-1. Fouled straight back. Just mustard for David.
Maybe a little sauerkraut. Take your suggestion.
Yeah, okay. Just for the gut health.
Gut health. Not sure what that means, but okay, I'm down.
Grisham grounds it foul.
You ever hear of a pitcher named Mickey Lolich?
Yeah, of course.
I'm looking out on the mound. I'm thinking, Mickey Lolich was a great lefty.
So you're seeing shades of Mickey Lolich?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just his demeanor on the mound, body type a little bit. Mickey Lolich was fantastic.
World Series MVP.
Yes.
Strike 3, Grisham down looking, but going to tap the helmet.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter's challenging.
Wow. Grisham knew.
Ball's overturned.
Almost 2 inches too high. And so a 2-2 count on Grisham.
He's earned the right to challenge. I mean, he controls the strike zone.
So another chance here for Grisham. Hits it hard in the air to right field and deep. Racing back. Martinez can't make the catch. Grisham into second. He's thinking about three. Heading there now. The throw. Not in time. It's a triple for Trent Grisham. A successful challenge and a successful knock. And the Yankees are set up here in the 6th.
You talk about pulling a rabbit out of your hat. You go from a K to a triple. And Martinez has had an adventure out here in right field today. You're not thinking triple right here. You are right now. And that is the famous Ralph Kiner line, sliding into third with a stand-up triple. That's a prime example of it right there.
Grisham just continues to hit. His second of the day. Lefty, righty hasn't mattered the way he has been locked in. Festa warming in the Cleveland pen. And an opportunity here for Caballero with the infield in. Grisham at third, 1 out, top 6, 3-3 game. Caballero had a bunt single that was essential to the Yankees' 3-run second. Messick deals. Caballero bunts and bunts it foul. Looked like that was a safety squeeze. As Grisham was not taking off for home, but waiting to assure it was down. The 0-1. Caballero drives that to left field, down the line. Fry coming in, makes the catch. Here comes Grisham. Here's the throw up the line. Grisham is safe. Oh, what a slide from Trent Grisham. And the Yankees take a 4-3 lead.
Oh boy, should I stay or should I go? Gutsy call, gutsy play, throws off line. That was the difference. And as you said, Ryan, good maneuver at the end. Get out of the way, get around, get the plate. Got it.
Messick thought they had him.
Good throw, would have had him easily. Almost felt like he was surprised that Grisham went. He didn't get it off well.
And Jazz in the back directing him towards the first base side to slide that way.
Great shot. It makes a difference, and you just saw it right there. And that's why you see that reaction from both of those guys. Excellent camera work. Production crew, once again, on top of that.
I mean, that's just incredible to see that. Because Grisham can't necessarily read as he's coming home.
He had no clue.
Yeah.
Where to go. Until the catcher finally moves a little bit. But if he got a heads up earlier, as he did there with Jazz, then that gives him time to get further around the tag. And that was the difference.
It's a little thing that's a big thing. Two and two on Jazz. Count is full. And Chisholm works a walk.
See right here, Are we going to go? Man, that's a chance. But it's a tie game. We're going to push it. And the throw's offline enough. The adjustment soon enough. Look at this. There's the heads up. You got to get over there. That really was the difference. That shot showed you right there because Grisham, yeah, he didn't react when he saw the catcher at first kind of go off the line to catch it. Jazz alerted him. He listened.
And because of it, the Yankees lead. Messick's stay is done. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local tri-state Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. Buy the New York Lottery, play today and start imagining your win. And buy Hyundai. Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. Visit Hyundai.com for more information. The Yankees with a 4-3 lead. Matt Festa, Staten Island's own. The new pitcher for Cleveland with Jazz at first, 2 down, Volpe up. And ball 1 to Anthony Volpe.
Kind of look for Jazz to push the system here a little bit. Try to get to second base with 2 outs.
Volpe fouls that off.
Trying to get a read, get a jump. Good time to go here. 0-2 pitch is always a good run count. You're looking, maybe the pitcher will try slider in the dirt. Cleveland's thinking the same thing.
There he goes, David. And Volpe rocks that to left field, turning on it and delivering into the corner. Jazz rounding third. He's headed home. He will score. It is a much-needed RBI double for Anthony Volpe, and the Yankees lead is 5-3.
But Jazz Chisholm running on a 1-1 count rather, and Anthony Volpe drilling this hanging kind of cutter slider down in the corner, and as soon as Jazz picks it up, it's going to be easy for him to scoot on home with that speed. A feel-good double for Anthony Volpe.
One of the things that Aaron Boone has talked about with these wins over the last couple of days is in tight games just how many different contributors the Yankees have had in them. So they're gritty wins, but they're also wins where everybody feels good because everyone's having a hand in it.
And when you consider too, Ryan, to your point, that Aaron Judge is out.
Right, exactly.
And everybody talks about the old cliches. Somebody else has got to step up. Well, that's kind of what's happening.
And it's been a while since the Yankees have been able to survive those stretches without Judge. And so obviously there's a long runway ahead of them without Aaron, unfortunately, but off to an encouraging start. As Sanchez works the walk. And Paul Goldschmidt will come to the plate. 0 for 2 today with a walk. This inning turned on Trent Grisham's correct ABS challenge. He was struck out. He said, no, that's high. Won the challenge. Next pitch, he tripled.
That's what the challenge system was designed to do.
Yep.
Just things like that.
High and in on Goldschmidt. One and two.
That's also a style that's been around for 100 years. Brush him back and then throw a slider down and away.
Pitch. I think we could tell that Festa wasn't thrilled with that delivery. For those listening at home. 2-2. Goldschmidt fouls it straight back. Runners going as Goldschmidt rips that to right center field. Volpe will score easily. To third goes Sanchez. It's an RBI single for Paul Goldschmidt. And the Yankee lead is now 6-3.
Again, Goldschmidt clutching up. We said it last night, Ryan. It kind of shades of his MVP years. Kind of looking kind of like that guy again, to a certain extent. He's always been clutch. Coming up big for the Yankees right now.
Gary Phillips did an awesome story in the Daily News on Paul Goldschmidt over the last couple of days, where he got a variety of quotes from Paul's teammates talking about him, and you could just see in their words the incredible reverence they have for him and the way he tangibly helps them. Rice takes down and in.
You know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, what is clutch? What is it? You know, we use that a lot, right? This guy's clutch. Can't measure it. You know what clutch is? Is the preparedness that he has, the way he goes about it, the plan every at bat he has.
Chop to first. Hoskins will tap the bag, and that will end the inning. For the Yankees, put up 3 runs and take a 6-3 lead into the bottom of the 6th. Time for Name That Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. A difficulty level of 7. Started his career in Cleveland. The Padres, Braves, Yankees, and finally the Orioles. 5.09 ERA.
It's hard to stay around that long with a 5.09 ERA. At least back then it was.
Yeah. I got it, David. And Carlos Rodon, who looked like he was on his last legs in the 4th, was able to escape that, and then after giving up 2 runs, but get out of that, have a quick 5th, and now has 3 runs of support and a strikeout to begin the 6th.
It's been a bit of a slugfest between the starting pitchers, you know. Rodon's on top, then Messick gets back in it. And he looks good, and now Rodon's back on top, and now he's on his game. And Messick's already hit the showers.
The 6th Yankee strikeout, brought to you by your local Tri-State Audi dealers.
I was impressed with Parker Messick, though. I think you could tell with my commentary today. I like him. I think he's going to be a good one.
1-2.
I guess the best way to put it is pitchability is coming kind of back around full circle again. The value of somebody who can pitch a little bit, get soft contact, get the ball on the ground, get deeper into games. Not go for swing and misses constantly, not drive your pitch count up through 4 or 5 innings.
1-2 in the dirt.
Yankees are a prime example of it this year, how much their starters have bailed them out the first 2 months of the season and they've gone deeper into games. So on a day like today in this series, when you need extra work from your bullpen, they haven't been overused yet.
Two. Swing and a miss. Rodon getting sharper as the game goes on. 7 strikeouts now for Carlos.
That's a good one. That's a classic Rodon slider.
Bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. And Citizens make sense of your money with Citizens. You see, you have a lot of guys who've worked each of the first 2 games of this series. Be interesting to see how Aaron Boone pieces it together. Now, Stephen Vogt was saying that these games have been so good for his young guys like a DeLauder or a Bazzana to see, okay, what's it like, the different moves in a tight game late, the intensity going up against a really good team. Just a little preview of what those games could be like in the playoffs. We have seen the bullpens used in that kind of way. But Carlos Rodon says, I got this 6. 1, 2, 3, go the Guardians. To the 7th inning we go. Let's check out one of today's player props, brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything.
I was a little curious, Ryan, that, you know, a day game here, Wednesday, Yankees in town. I mean, that's the dream for any franchise. The Yankees travel well. I mean, they're the best road team. I mean, the Dodgers, too, bring out big crowds. But there's a nice crowd here today on Wednesday day game. A lot of kids, camp kids. They do well at day games here. So now I see it. School's out.
Yeah. New pitcher for Cleveland. Looks like Hoyer's having a little difficulty with the pitch comm. Now appears okay. Yeah, we've gotten some nice crowds here all 3 games. Now he's going to have to re-examine the pitch comm situation. Let's just go back to Rodon for a moment. His pitch count was so elevated and giving up the 2 runs in the 4th. You're wondering, is he going to be able to even make it through 5? Then 6 up, 6 down in the 5th and 6th, using just 21 pitches, and allowed him to get through an inning that I don't think it looked like he was going to reach for a while earlier in the game.
It's a great point. He's got a little old school in him in that he's so pumped up when he pitches. He goes maximum effort a lot, that he needs to get the rough edges worn off a little bit, so to speak, and then he gets a groove. There's a lot of pitchers like that. You get through the first couple of innings, now I have a feel for what's working, and now I can get in a groove. Sometimes you fight it early. That's why we're kind of nuts, you know, pitchers, because it's hard to figure out sometimes. To find that right slot, they can be elusive.
Bellinger, big hack, 2-2.
He's trying to leave.
Slaps that foul.
Now he's trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
That's the approach of Bellinger right there in a nutshell. Took a chance, tried to launch, and okay, now I'm back to my two-strike approach.
There it is. Flicking it to left field. That will get down for a base hit. Bellinger headed to second, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, but the exit velocity, Ryan. Yeah, but the double. Oh, on the chalk. Thing of beauty if you're a hitter. Backbreaker if you're a pitcher.
Took out the little 58 degree. Landed it right on the chalk. And a leadoff double for Bellinger. Meredith?
Ryan, you mentioned the two-strike approach. He just seems so at ease in those situations. He had a huge at-bat in game 1 of this series with runners on, got to 2 strikes, and he said the key for him is just not trying to do too much, staying within yourself in those situations, staying calm, even keel at the approach. When I spoke to Paul Goldschmidt about it, he said it's impressive the way he's able to block things out and really just shoot it the other way sometimes. Don't try to hit a home run and put the ball in play.
Good stuff, Mayor. And the other thing Aaron Boone's talked about is just the athleticism from Bellinger, the hand-eye coordination, the way that comes through in so many different elements of the game. And you can see it right there. McMahon fouls that off, hitting for Rosario here. The righty now on the mound. McMahon's been hot of late. .318 batting average over his last 15 games.
McMahon's a classic left-handed batting low ball hitter. He can really drive it when the ball's down.
Hoyer deals. Strike 3 as McMahon is down looking there. Hey, today on Yes, host Gracie Cashman sits down with Yankees ace Garrett Cole for a deep dive into the numbers that have defined his story. Watch the new episode of The Story of My Number presented by the New York Lottery today following Yankees coverage on Yes, the Gotham Sports app. Here's Grisham, whose triple started in the 6th, but became a 3-run inning to break the tie for the Yankees. He hit that triple immediately following a successful ABS challenge to keep his at-bat alive. Tap foul. Hedrick getting ready in the Yankee pen. Grisham needing a moment there.
Nothing better than a dirty uniform, right? He's been in a lot of plays today. Collisions, slides, bang one off your shin.
Two and one.
Used to hear Joan Cohn say that to me in Little League. Get your uniform dirty. Do something.
And it's 3-1 on Grisham. And Trent Grisham works a walk. What else would Joan Cone yell at you during Little League?
Throw strikes.
Here's Caballero, first and second, one out.
You know, most mothers, they want, you know, they gave you the name. They wanted to use your proper name. You know, there's no nicknames, you know.
Yeah, she wasn't calling you Coney?
No, she wasn't calling me Dave either.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever called you Dave.
She preferred the name she gave me. No abbreviations. She was a scorekeeper.
Runners take off, pitch high and in at Caballero, and both bases stolen easily. So second and third now with one out.
Caballero, a little chin music. At that point, Grisham's going to follow belly, double steal.
Infield in now. 1-2 count on Caballero. One out, top seven. And Caballero will call time. Yankees looking to add some insurance here in the seventh after scoring 3 in the sixth. And Caballero is, I think he's frustrated with Hoyer not waiting for him to look up.
Of course. That's his thing. Jose Caballero really tries to game the system in terms of the pitch clock. He wants to get in and not acknowledge the pitcher until about the 9-second point. Perfectly within the rules.
Now he acknowledges. The 1-2. Outside.
But you could see how that would annoy the opponents,
yeah.
right? He's that guy. I think that's why Yankee fans have taken kind of a liking to him. They kind of like that, you know. They like that guy.
You love him when he's yours.
Yes.
2-2. Caballero slaps a single into right field. Bellinger will score. Grisham held up at third. It's an RBI single for Jose Caballero, and the Yankee lead is now 7-3.
Up and away. Drilled the other way. Expect Caballero to push the system here as well. Maybe take off early in the count here.
First and third, one out. Here is Jazz. Big swing and a miss. 0-1. Chop to second. Bazzana goes to second just in time for the out. Run will score, and it is an 8-3 game on the RBI ground out off the bat of Chisholm.
If you talk about momentum in baseball, you know, compared to other sports, well, this is kind of an example of it. Rodon rights the ship. The Yankees scored 3 in the last inning, now 2 in the 7th so far. Take control of the game.
Here's Volpe. Had an RBI double his last time up. That one squirts away. And Jazz will scoot to second.
That's all you can do. Try to backhand and pick it.
And it's 1-1. Fouled away, 2-2.
I know we're getting used to working with each other again.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
That long, comfortable silence. You don't have to talk, right?
No.
There's a pitcher right there.
Actually, was going to go grab a snack for a while.
Let's enjoy the sounds of the game right here.
Sounded like a changeup in the dirt to me.
Yes.
Count is full on Volpe with 2 out. Jazz leading off second. Jazz taking off, and Volpe takes ball 4 as Chisholm steals third. And the inning continues for the Yankees.
That's enough.
Vogt will head out to get Hoyer. 30 pitches later. Yankees still threatening. Will step aside. An 8-3 lead in the 7th, and 2 still on for the Yanks. Well, the World Cup is coming to New York and New Jersey, and you can get in. Well, it's time for the Name That Yankee answer, David. I got this one.
What do you got?
Jarrett Wright. Yes.
Of course.
There you go. Think about those playoff starts that he had against you guys. Got the captain there. Tino too.
He was electric when he first came up and in that playoff series.
He started game 4 of the ALDS in 06 for the Yankees, as that's off the end of the bat into shallow left, and running in to make the catch is Fry to end the inning. So Sanchez made a bid for it. Could not get it to drop, but the Yankees add 2 more. It's 8-3 going to the bottom of the 7th. All right, Shacky looking forward to that. 8-9-1 for the Yankees, 3-4-2 for the Guardians. Carlos Rodon, a strong start and a gritty one. Finished really strong, retiring his final 6 hitters on just 21 total pitches. Jazz Chisholm Jr. been all over it today. A triple, 3 ribbies, 2 runs scored.
First batter of the game took Carlos Rodon deep. At the end of the game, he stands to be the winner, potentially.
Brent Hedrick into the game for the Yanks. McMahon over at third now, and we'll get tested right away. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Music to my ears.
Oh.
Could you say that again?
1 pitch, 1 out.
That's lovely.
You wanted me to say it the same way,
I
right?
mean, any pitcher, that's the best thing you can hear.
Yeah. Oh, 0-1 on Rocchio. Well, especially, David, in this series where been some long games.
A lot of deep counts, a lot of tough at-bats.
Yep. Little pop-up. Right side. 3 pitches, 2 outs. More music to your ears?
Even better.
And also what Aaron Boone needs right now, because that bullpen has been used thoroughly over the last 2 days.
5-out save right there, this guy.
Wow, yeah, had a 5-out save yesterday, up today. Which just shows you how limited Aaron Boone is and who he can use down there, or who he feels comfortable using.
Somewhere Goose Gossage is going, oh, that ain't nothing.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Oh, 1 to Martinez. He is down 1-1. Awesome shot of the field here, Progressive, and now 1-2 on Martinez.
You know, of all the Yankee relievers, there's kind of always one guy that's kind of your steady Eddie guy, and that's been this guy.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get when he's out there. He's not afraid. Throws a lot of strikes.
Been critical to their first half.
Definitely in the circle of trust.
The 1-2. Little looping liner that will get down into left for a base hit.
Reach out. Get enough of it. Take the single.
Here is Ramirez. Fights that off into foul ground and just over the Guardians logo on the dugout. You talked about it in the fifth, David, how big that at bat was between Rodon and Ramirez, where he struck out Ramirez after it felt like the Guardians had momentum. Rodon had such a taxing fourth and started that fifth with a K.
Good slider right there down. Gets him over the top.
The 0-2. Went to it again.
Yeah, that was back when Rodon was kind of struggling.
Yeah.
Fourth, they give a 2 in the fourth, and leading out the fifth, you got to face this guy, Ramirez, who just wears out the Yankees, wears out everybody. And Rodon got him, punched him out, and settled down. That really settled him down.
Two and two.
And really, Rodon pitched Ramirez tough today.
Grounded to short. Volpe will go the short way and end the inning. To the eighth we go. The Yankees 6 outs away from a sweep. Hey, the World Cup is coming to New York and New Jersey, and you can get in on the World Cup Mania at Yankee Stadium on Thursday, June 18th. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees soccer jersey courtesy of Bank of America. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. I love the way the city feels during the World Cup when it's anywhere, never mind actually hosting it. Get the watch parties, the big screens out around the city.
The watch parties are intense.
Yes. The 0-2.
Speaking of intense, those Knicks watch parties are pretty intense too. And it's nice of Cleveland to give us a businessman special here today, so you can watch the Knicks later on.
That's right. You have any predictions for tonight?
We got a series.
Yeah.
Swing game tonight.
Goldschmidt, I mean, just how good is this guy? My goodness. Goes down, digs it up. And another multi-hit game for Paul Goldschmidt.
You break out a 2-iron there, right? Go down and golf it out of there. That's really showing my age. Nobody hits 2-irons anymore, Ryan.
I literally was just, as you said that, thinking about, like, how would I use a 2-iron if I had one in my bag? Rice grounds one through into right field, a base hit. So the Yankees with first and second. No outs here to begin the 8th.
At the plate for New York, outfielder Bellinger.
Well, Ben Rice wants to join the party. He's not going to leave empty-handed today.
Bellinger up, takes a ball. You talk about joining the party, we got to say happy birthday to Ken Singleton, our good friend and former colleague. Bellinger pops that one up. Left side of the infield fly called. One down.
Professional women's softball.
Tonight on Yes.
Looking up and down the lineup, I think Ali Sanchez is the only Yankee who has not joined the party today. And then McMahon, who didn't start the game. So we don't hold his lack of invitation against him.
Do you think umpires practice their strike call in the mirror at home, like hitters practice, like O'Neill used to do in the mirror with the bat?
Definitely.
They all got different calls back then. So you're waiting on him, right?
Yeah.
He's a little more deliberate.
No.
John Tompane now, he's great.
Oh, really thrusts into it.
Richie Garcia was one of the best. Dutch Renner, legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really subdued there for Mark Wegner. Just a calm, slightly delayed strike 3 call.
Yeah.
Hitting for the Yankees, center fielder Trent.
Just the look away with it, too. Here's Grisham, who has singled, walked, tripled, scored 3 times today. Was there anyone's strikeout symbol behind home plate that you didn't care for? That was down on the list.
Tim McClellan was a great umpire, but he was a hesitator, like even more. So he would yell so everybody on you could hear him vocally say the call. So the batter and catcher knew, but up here, he had to wait.
And he's so tall too that it took him a moment to unfurl. The 1-1, and it's 2-1 on Grisham. Count is even, 2-2.
Two best jerseys I saw here in Cleveland in this series was number 99 for Ricky Vaughn.
Oh, nice.
And number 24 for Dorn.
A Roger Dorn jersey.
Yes.
I thought you were going to go Pedro Serrano.
Yes, even next.
Oh, yeah. Wild thing walking in with Aaron Judge earlier today.
The original 99.
First and second, 2 out, 2-2 pitch coming. Grisham skies that to center. Fairchild there, and the inning is over. Yankees threaten but don't score. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Yanks leading 8-3.
Head into the bottom of the 8th, leading 8-3. Ryan Yarbrough. Pretty good so far this year. Veteran, he can start, he can relieve. And in today's game of velocity, he can trick you. With 88, 78, it's kind of fun to watch, I think. Aaron Boone feels pretty good about it right now. Getaway day, trying to close this one out, head on up to Toronto, get an off day up there. Take on the Blue Jays on the weekend.
One of your old stomping grounds.
Yeah, I tend to wear out my welcome everywhere I go.
No, I don't think so. You've been at Yes a very long time.
3 different times.
Here's Yarbrough facing Hoskins. 0-1. The 1-1 popped up. Rice battling the sun, makes the catch. One away. Hey, Friday on Yes, the Yankees head to the 6 to kick off a weekend set with the Toronto Blue Jays. Extended coverage starts 5:30 with 2 full hours of pregame leading up to first pitch shortly after 7:30 on Yes, the Gotham Sports app. Pitching probables for Friday. Weathers for the Yanks and Savage for Toronto. Savage and Schlittler had that great pitching duel a few weeks ago at the stadium.
Great matchup. You know there's going to be some upstaters and Buffaloers going to just head over the border over the weekend. Should be some big crowds up there.
And Toronto in the summer is just lovely.
Pitch is called a ball. Catcher's challenging.
All right. Sanchez says he thinks it's a strike. And he is
Call
incorrect.
confirmed. New York has 1 challenge remaining.
2.2 inches.
Maybe he thought you got to use it or you lose it. I don't know.
2-1.
You know, one of my first roommate was a guy named Mark Gubaza.
Oh, yeah.
Royals. Gooby does the Angel games great.
Wow.
He's the first one that taught me this concept as a pitching concept. You either have to throw below hitting speed or above hitting speed. That's below hitting speed right there, that pitch. 78 miles an hour. You know, that hitting speed is in the, low 90s. Average Major League fastball 94 now. So hitting speed's right, in there, a little lower. But you throw a lot of your pitches in that hitting rate, that's hitting speed. It's right to the timing of a lot of Major League hitters. So I really feel Yarbrough is really thriving for the Yankees because he's a master of throwing below the hitting speed and painting corners, changing those speeds. And that's what allows him to throw an 85-mile-an-hour pitch that cuts a little bit, that eats him up. And then he'll throw slow down and away, and then slower down and away. And hitters just aren't used to that, seeing that below hitting speed like that in today's game.
Swing and a miss. Below hitting speed.
There's another prime example. You're so geared up for velocity in today's game, you just can't wait. Another look. Could have swung twice before that one got there.
Lozana in the highest, up with 2 outs, nobody on. I know you wanted to hear that one again, so.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That baby has the right idea. Grounded weakly to short. Volpe charges and fires a 1-2-3/8 for Ryan Yarbrough. We go to the 9th. Everyone trying to stay cool in Cleveland. Hey, fans, after the final out, get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and hear from the manager, plus a look ahead to the series with the Blue Jays. That's all coming up on the WB Mason Yankees postgame. The Yankees 3 outs away from a sweep. Aaron Boone has to feel good with the way he's been able to navigate the pen in these 3 games. Had to go really deep in games 1 and 2. Rodon able to muscle through 6th here today.
Caballero right in the middle of the whole day in numerous ways.
A bunt single, a ribby single, a sac fly. Collision with Grisham in right center.
A couple of nice plays out there too.
Yep. He's a guy who you feel when he's on the field. And he has really impacted winning consistently this season for them. Caballero is going to challenge that.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter's challenging.
So Barter, the Yankees' final challenge. And he will be correct.
Overturned, it's a ball.
Three and 0. Highlight of the series might be Schumann's ABS challenge in the opener.
Yeah, that was good.
Better than average numbers for Caballero when it comes to challenging.
The swag of a walk in today's game, right?
Yeah. Used to love the way Aaron Hicks would walk. Toss that bat aside. Swing and a miss. One down.
No problem with this guy now. He can wear his hair and his face because we relaxed the rules. Remember the sync with him? Yeah, Nate the Bat Boy.
Nate
a couple
the
years
Bat
ago.
Boy, baby. Yeah.
Now it's no problem.
Became world famous.
Guys almost made it to the All-Star game one year, and all thanks to being discovered by Michael Kay during a game. But I know you've been having music on your mind, Coney, throughout the course of this series, so some musical notes when it comes to Nate. Now, when we first saw him in that Yankees dugout, he was a part of a band called the Open Doors. After people saw him on TV, kind of went viral, and he actually played a gig in Brooklyn. They were together for a little bit, but as it happens often with bands, they broke up. But don't worry, he's with a new band, Midwinter. They just went on a 5-week tour. He also played in New York this time around. This is his first series back this summer. And he said, aside from music, this is the best job he has ever had. He's expecting to go on tour in a couple more weeks for a while with that band, a heavy metal band. David?
I mean, Meredith's Nuggets are just next level. Whole deep dive on Nate. We should catch one of his shows.
Best heavy metal band of all time.
Yes.
It's very subjective, right?
Yeah.
Metallica's pretty good. Ozzy Osbourne's pretty good. Black Sabbath.
Yeah. I haven't heard Nate's band yet, though, so they could be number one on my power rankings.
War Pigs, all-time great song. If you've never heard it, you need to go down that rabbit hole.
Put that on my next Coney playlist.
It may work its way in somewhere.
Can't wait to see how you get War Pigs into a scouting report. Grounded weakly to the left side. And Schneemann will throw out Volpe. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Yankees looking to finish off an 8-3 win. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. The Yankees 3 outs away from a sweep. What will be a very happy off day tomorrow. Going up against the Guardians team atop the AL Central.
So can I ask you a question?
I would love for you to ask me a question.
What's the proper reference if you're referring to people who live in Buffalo? Buffalonians? What did I call them? Buffaloers? Or whatever it wasn't a thing.
That's a great question.
Buffalonians?
Maybe Buffalonians?
People from Buffalo.
Yeah, I like Buffalonians. That sounds...
Buffaloers is not a thing.
No, the Buffaloers. I don't think so. Oh, wow. How about that? I mean, that is some pull. I mean, Tony Gambino Jr. on the camera right there. How did he find that Bill shirt that quick? We're in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Tony.
3 seconds.
You're showing off. Maybe we could ask Chad Michael Murray. He's a big Buffalo guy.
Yeah.
Former star of One Tree Hill.
I like it.
Yeah, Lucas Scott.
Yes.
Called a strike, and we're going to have an ABS challenge here.
Pitch is called a strike, the batter's challenge.
And yeah, well, that one wasn't close.
Calls overturned. Ball.
Hence the conviction from Fairchild. Mark Wagner seemed sad when he delivered that. It's almost 3 inches outside.
Yeah, the tone in his voice says it all, right?
Yeah. Goal for Yarbrough here. You want to lock this down without Aaron Boone having to get anybody else in here. Showed you the bullpen budget earlier, just how much the Yankees pen has been used over the last few days. That's why it was so critical that Rodon was able to navigate the 5th and 6th on just 21 pitches. One and two.
I just got clarification from the great Sarah Langs.
Oh, the great.
It's Buffalonians.
Buffalonians, okay. I like that. Swing and a miss. Big out there from Yarbrough as Schneemann is down on strikes.
See him drop down a little more on that, get creative a little bit. Sometimes you're on the mound, you invent a pitch midstream, and that's what Yarbrough does, as he did right there, and very effectively.
Here's Hedges. Yankees scored 3 in the 2nd. Guardians came back to tie it in the 4th. Yanks then scored 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. I was asking Aaron Boone earlier today about the way the Yankees have been performing late in games, the offensive success they've had over the last few days, and the importance of that. And he said, where it's important is just building grit over the course of your journey and gaining confidence executing in those high leverage situations, both individually and as a team. That's powered in the air to left center and deep. Grisham looking up. That's off the wall. Grisham will play it into the cutoff man. Volpe runner coming home, and Volpe will put it in his pocket. It's an RBI double for Hedges, and it's now an 8-4 game.
The only question was whether it was going to be high enough or not. Hedges thinks it has a chance. Not quite enough, about 3/4 of the way up the wall. Cruise on into second.
And now, Matt Blake going to make the walk to the mound and slow things down here for Yarbrough while the Yankees speed things up in the pen. And it is Bednar who will start to throw.
Break glass in case of need.
What do you think, David? You give Yarbrough one more base runner to reach, and then you'd...
Yeah, you usually want a one-run margin of error. So if the closer comes in and gives up a homer, you still have 1 run lead. So that's why most managers like that grand slam lead, you know, that 5-run lead.
Volpe on the backhand, goes to third brilliantly for the easy out. An awful base running mistake there from Hedges. And Volpe heads up, goes to third for the 2nd out.
Indeed. I mean, this is the only play Volpe has. He's got no play except Hedges. And now for Hedges, the walk of shame back to the dugout.
And nothing to be gained there if you're Hedges. The Yankees will take it now, 1 out away from the sweep. Hit hard. Oh, what a snare from McMahon. An exclamation point to end the sweep as the Yankees win it 8-4. And the Yankees a season high 15 games above 500.
Well, a lot of accolades to go around. That guy can play some third base right there, McMahon. That's easy for him. Carlos Rodon right in the middle of it, the way he righted the ship, got through 6 innings, swung the momentum back in the Yankees' favor. So I give Carlos Rodon a lot of credit.